one more video with me, your teacher. Now, we had done one class on ledger. Ledger, which is the secondary book. Primary book was journal. And from there we are posting to the ledger, a new set of books which is specifically designed to show the account balances of all types of accounts. All accounts that have been opened in the journal will find a place in the ledger also, right? So here we are trying to post, and post is a technical term. Posting meaning transferring from the journal to the ledger, the entries that have been made. So I am posting these entries from the journal to the ledger. And last class we had done that from the plain simple journal, general journal to the ledger. Today we are trying to see how we can post the entries from the day books. Day books meaning purchase book, sales book, right? And there are other books like purchase return and sales return also. Fine. Today's class will only be for posting from purchase book and sales book, and other transactions have also been given. So let us try to combine and see how to go about it. So ready for it? Let's go. Now the sum says, bought goods worth 6,000 from Messrs. Bahadur at 10% trade discount. Fine. What should be the journal entry for this? Yes. Purchases account debit to Bahadur's, Messrs. Bahadur's account. Sold goods to Rahman, 12,000, 20% trade discount. Now this will be recorded in which journal? Yes, sales book, because it is credit sales of goods. So sold goods to Rahman, 12,000, entry is Rahman's account debit to sales, which will be recorded in sales book. Now purchase book and sales book you already have done. Now for those who have not seen, or you have omitted, or you have forgotten, just quickly see the video. I have put that in the description box below, the link to it, and then your memory will be refreshed on purchase book and sales book. Then it is also given Bahadur allowed 500 as discount as we settled his account. Fine. Received from Rahman in full 9,000. These are transactions related to Messrs. Bahadur and Rahman. Purchased from Gupta, one more person. Now what are we supposed to do? Prepare the purchase and sales book and also make the purchases and sales account. Messrs. Bahadur's account, Rahman's account and Gupta's account. Basically whatever is happening here, whatever account is coming into picture in each of the transaction, we are opening all the personal accounts of Rahman, Bahadur and Gupta, and we are also making two accounts which are purchase and sales, nominal account, expense and income. So are you clear what I am supposed to do? So first thing we will make the purchase book and sales book. So here is the purchase book and sales book. So one more thing here, as per the council notification, in the year 2020-21, this is the current year, meaning the people who will be, the students who will be appearing for 2021 examination. For them, GST is excluded from the purchase book and sales book. Alright? There will be no columns for GST here. So even though we have already done that, but as per the new notification and the reduction in the syllabus, you can drop the GST. Alright? So no need of worrying about GST. The only columns that can come here is the details, the goods, that is the purchase, the net invoice, and also you can have carriage. If at all, carriage is also given in the sum, that you can have. But no GST will be asked. Happy? Now, so let's make the purchase book. Particulars. First entry was, we have purchased goods from Bahadur, so we write Messrs. Bahadur, the name of the creditor. He is a creditor to us because we will pay him money. We have bought goods from Bahadur on credit. Less trade discount, 10%. So 10% of 6,000 is 600. Subtracted 5,400 is my actual value of goods purchased. That should be shown in goods account. And since there is no addition, no taxes, no carriage here, this is the net invoice, meaning the net amount in the bill will be 5,400. 5,400 shows this is the amount I owe to Messrs. Bahadur. Alright? Is that clear? Then, also we have purchased from Mr. Gupta goods worth 10,000, no discount, nothing. So 10,000 in the goods column purchase, and we owe 10,000 to Mr. Gupta. Both are creditors to me. Correct? Then we also total the purchase book. If you remember, of course, details columns is never total because it's the working column. Goods column meaning this is the amount or value of goods purchase account. Right? Total purchases made is 15,400. Okay. Also, total creditors are 15,400 as per my purchase book of this period. Now, how do we post these things from the purchase book to the ledger? We will see that in a while, and before that we do the sales book also. Sales, there is only one transaction we can see. So we have sold goods to Rahman worth 12,000. So I put here Rahman, the name of my debtor, purchaser. Rahman 12,000 less 20% trade discount. 20% of this is 2,400. If I subtract that, 9,600. So 9,600 is the value of goods I have sold and the net bill, the invoice. Right? Now if this is clear, this is the only transaction, so this is the total. Now let us see how we post it. Let us take the purchase account first. Alright? It is important to note here, children, that my purchase book, whatever is the total of the goods column, this goods account, goods column will go to purchases account. Alright? What is the total of purchases made? 15,400. Here the advantage of making purchase book is we do not have to post the individual amount. हो सकता है 10 transactions हुआ था purchase का, credit purchase का. I do not have to show every time in the purchase book 10 different amounts. The best thing is I can straight away put this total of this month or the period to the purchase account, and I can write, of course, purchase account will be debited, it's an expense. I will write to sundries as per purchase book. Sundries meaning sundry creditors. There are so many people to whom we have sold. Here in this case, 2 people. I do not name them individually like to Bahadur, to Gupta, not like that. I simply put to sundries as per purchases because I know this is the total amount of credit purchase. Done. Right? So this is number 1. So this comes here. Alright? This amount, number 1 I am putting, this corresponds to this entry here. Fine? So purchase account, this is the debit side, this is the credit side again, just for your revision. Here I write always to the account that I am crediting. I am crediting my sundry creditors all together at this amount of total credit purchase. हो गया? एक amount चला गया? चलो बाकी को भी भेजते हैं. Now what about this? From here this amount is relevant for Mr. Bahadur. 10,000 Mr. Gupta, we need to show individually in these accounts. Now if we see Mr. Bahadur's account, this one. Mr. Bahadur, we need to pay 5,400 because I have purchased goods worth 5,400. So iske account mein, Bahadur's account, I should credit it because Bahadur is my creditor. By purchases, correct? By purchases because we have purchased goods. And here I write 5,400. Now please note, this amount, now since both are same here, there is no carriage, there is no GST, still I am telling you, this amount is not posted anywhere. This is just showing me how much I owe to my creditors. That's it. Alright? So here, this amount will not go anywhere because individually I will have to show how much I owe to Bahadur, how much I owe to Mr. Gupta. I cannot merge them, otherwise how will I know how much I am paying to Mr. Bahadur, how much is payable to Mr. Gupta, right? So यहाँ पर हम merge नहीं कर सकते हैं जैसे हमने purchase को किया है. We cannot do that. Individual amount will go to their account. तो यहाँ पे Mr. Bahadur's account will be credited with this amount. So this is number 2. I have taken this amount that I have put here in net invoice against Mr. Bahadur and I put it in his account and I write by purchases. Right? I am crediting because yes, he is my creditor, a liability. I am crediting him here also. Then his third amount, this one. will go to Mr. Gupta's account. So I post it to Gupta's account here. So this is the third amount. Alright. So Mr. Gupta is a creditor with 10,000 and that is clear. Now from my purchase book, I have got nothing else to post. Purchase account chala gaya. And each of the creditors I have posted. This is the only posting that I need to do as of now. Is this okay? Then let us come to sales book. Sales book again, this goods. This goods will be posted to sales account. This is the value of goods as well. Therefore, this is amount number 4. Where will it go? Sales account. Sales account is an income. Credit by Rahman's account. This much. Why have I written by Rahman's here? Because there is only one transaction. If there were 5 transactions and this total would have been some 90,000, I would have put, okay, buy sundries from as per sales book, and I would have put that in the sales account. Okay, but here I just have one person, so it's not sundry debtors, it is just one debtor. Who is that debtor? Mr. Rahman. I have sold goods to him. Done. Okay, so here my sales account should be credited always whenever I am selling. It's an income. Remember that it's increasing, so I will write by the person to whom I have sold, my debtor's name. Fine. So sales books, sales account. Also, I will have to make Rahman's account. Rahman's account should be debited because he is my customer. He is a debtor. So I will debit Rahman's account with how much? The amount he needs to pay me. This one. Correct? So this amount I should transfer to Rahman's account as 9,600. Whatever he is supposed to pay me, he will debit his account with that amount. Alright? So here done. Now I have posted all the book entries, meaning sales account and Rahman's account, meaning debtors. All debtors will be posted. So this is how amounts I have picked up from purchase book and sales book and put in their respective accounts. Fine. लेकिन वहाँ सम खत्म नहीं होता है. We have also see here some other transactions. Number 3 and 4. 3 says Bahadur allowed 500 as discount as we settled his account. So we have been given information that Bahadur, चलो Bahadur के account पे आ जाते हैं. Bahadur, it is showing 5,400 we need to pay. We said 500 he allowed as a discount. He allowed as discount, मतलब he had received a discount. As we have settled his account. Settled account meaning no balance left. Okay. So 5,500 pay, 400 pay करना है. 500 he is giving me discount, so I will not pay that. How much will I pay? Only the remaining amount. Meaning 5,400 minus 500, 4,900 I will pay. So if I talk about journal, what is the journal entry for that? I will pay Bahadur. So I will debit Bahadur. Total amount because I am settling his account. I will pay only 4,900, right? I will pay only 4,900 and the remaining is discount received 500. This is as per the journal. You know that. So here 5,500 I need to debit, but not together. I am crediting 2 accounts in that. To cash 4,900. So this comes here. And to discount receipt 500. See, discount receipt. Done. Therefore, there will be no balance left in Bahadur's account. Therefore, I total it up and there is no need to balance it. Remember last video we did that, how to balance the account? There is no balance left, पूरा पैसा दे दिया है. Of course 500 discount, right? So this is discount receipt. I hope there is no confusion. Of course some people do get confused with these words. These words meaning Bahadur allowed discount. ये allowed discount देखते ही ना discount allowed account डाल देते हैं. You just understand for you is it discount received or is it discount allowed? Okay? For you are receiving a discount because you are making a payment, you are receiving a discount, correct? So just take care of that. So Bahadur's account is closed. Fine, we have made the payment and we have closed the account. Received from Rahman in full 9,000. Received cash RM. We are receiving 9,000 in full. In full, matlab how much did we owe him? 9,600. Rahman's account is, sorry, how much did he owe us? 9,600. He had to pay 9,600. How much is he paying in full settlement? 9,000 only. That means 600 discount allowed. Correct. So here, what would have been the entry? Cash, you are receiving 9,000. Now this time you are allowing a discount of the remaining amount. Therefore, Rahman's account should be credited with 9,600. Done? So Rahman's account is being credited. So I will show on the credit side. See? By cash. Cash is coming in. I am debiting cash. 9,000. By discount allowed. My expense I am debiting it. 600. After this, there will be again no balance in the account of Rahman's account. So 9,600, 9,000. This is how I total up the account and close it. These two lines here show we are closing the account. Fine. So Bahadur's account closed, Rahman's account closed. Gupta, we are not seeing that any payment or anything. So when we close it, we cannot just leave it like that. We are showing this 10,000 due. It is still due. So it is to balance carried down. Now I am trying to close Gupta's account. Because this period is over, every end of every period we close the books and we carry forward the balance to the next period. So क्या करेंगे? To balance carried down 10,000, right? So here again we can bring down the balance also in the beginning of the next period. By balance brought down 10,000, meaning Gupta is still my creditor of 10,000. It's not that ये period खत्म हो गया, चलो भूल जाओ गुप्ता को, नहीं दिया तो नहीं दिया. And we have settled the Mrs. Bahadur's account only. We haven't paid anything to Gupta, so he is still my creditor, right? And that should be shown in his account as a credit balance. Alright? So that's how we show Gupta's account. Let's go back to purchase and sales. They are still not closed. We have just shown here this amount, right? This is number 1 I told you. So purchase account is showing a debit of 15,400. Again, there is no other transaction, so we balance carried forward it, right? So by balance carried down 15,400, both sides equal, total it up and draw the double line and close the account. Alright? Meaning in this period we are showing purchases made as 15,400. And the same thing for sales. Sales we are showing here on the credit side 9,600. There is nothing on the debit side. Usually there will be nothing on the debit side, right? Because sales account is not debited as such. So here I will just write to balance carried down 9,600. This is the balancing figure. So that both sides are 9,600 and I close it. Fine. This is how you post from the books, day books. Fine. Now, if at all there is a confusion, you can post your comments, questions in the comment section. And now you can practice from your the sums that are given in the book. And if at all you get stuck anywhere, come back, just see it again, and I hope this should be helpful for solving such sums. Do subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Please take care of your health and stay safe. Bye-bye.